G'day and welcome back to Torment, Tides of Ranmenera. We've just made it to the Murden treasure room. I guess this is how they keep their stuff safe. We got ourselves an odd, like the Canarids, a cinder block with a protruding lens that extracts and retracts. And yeah, it looks like it's a projector. That looks like a projector. And we've got the Heart of Mali. Pendant composed of lead set with a heart-shaped indentation filled with a green liquid. No matter how you turn the object, the acidic smelling solution doesn't seem to tip out. It slushes gently as if it had a will of its own. Placed against the skin, the metal grows warm and sizzles gently until it becomes fused, though it causes no damage and can easily be peeled off, leaving no more than a mild blister. While bonded with the pendant, the wearer feels contentment, tinged with childlike wonder and confusion at the shape and nature of the world. The item seems to hold some manner of charge, one that slowly builds through the tick of time and ages. So it's it heals. Okay. Yeah, just like for 5 rounds it heals you 1 point each. Okay. We'll deal with that. Okay, and we'll see what else they got. The black metal frame. Okay, that's a quest item. It'll come in at some point. And the Soul of the Forgotten, which is an oddity, single pastille containing the essence of those who created it. Sure, we'll have a look at that later. Immense pile of things. Yes. Yep. Skeletal remains of a human, clad in shiny armor, floating pendant, nice. And astronomical marecaster. Hey, we can explore another mare. Sweet. Take those, thank you very much. Yes. Along with the feather cloak, which just boosts our movement speed. Not bad, not great, whatever. And the compass of the navigator, as if trying to steer us. All of those seem like they are relevant in some way. Okay, the other thing, actually. I've done Tyber's quest. Like, that was his companion quest. So what I might do is I might swap him out. So, chat with Tiber. There he is. Hey, buddy.
I hate this place. A man likes to see a nice blue sky over his head, possibly with several naked lads and lasses in the way, asking if I had a nice nap and would like a drink. Not intestines and the like. Hope you're not planning a long stay.
Say no, lass. Please, say no. Only as long as it takes to find the first cast off. Ah, so the rest of our short and painful lives then. Fine, fine. Not too late to move on. How are you holding up? I'm fine, lass. I just hope you won't regret our friendship when the time comes to part ways. Let's talk about you. Can we talk about Oving? Too fresh? Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about how you should bugger off. You sure? Yeah. I've got a way of contacting you when I need to. Okay, so now we've got ourselves our quest item. So here's the plan. We use said quest item to bring one Aligern over here. Ah, sure kid. Okay. Hold up the orb to the light again. What does it do? Nothing. Okay. So now let's chat with Aligern, because he should have a quest to do around here.
I want to know what he has to say about this frame.
Okay, so
what his big secret is.
That frame is Aligern's. I want to talk to you, and you're sorry again. Nope, that's all I wanted. Fine, I guess. So yeah, Orth.
Yes.
Okay, we could also talk to the Murdens, but I suspect we should go and find this Orth fella.
Let's go.
Given we just shortcutted his quest line. We could also chat with these peeps. Why don't we go and chat with the translator in here? See if that leads to any interesting things.
I'll remember that.
This slim, fit young woman would be attractive if it weren't for the point-blank stare in her eyes. Why the spit drooling from her mouth and the poorly implanted devices that protrude from her skull. The area around the implant weeps pus and some sort of strange clear fluid. It doesn't appear she's been mistreated in any other way. No bruises or scars mark her otherwise smooth flesh. Unsurprisingly, you can read no thoughts from her, of any kind from her. What's your name? She stares blankly. You can see the slight pulse of her heartbeat in the veins near near one metallic nodule on her forehead, and she breathes. But lacking these signs, only the thin stream of drool gathering mass at her chin tells you that she lives. I asked what your name is. Doesn't respond at all. No use talking to this one. Those implants have likely fried anything resembling a personality she may have had. Any reaction she has now are purely involuntary. As a life form, she has less self-awareness than your average insect. A pity. The young woman begins to bark and choke a little, bending at the waist as she spits out a guttural string of hard consonants. A moment later you realize she's merely imitating the Murden chief, who's been watching her interactions with the woman. The Murden struggling not to laugh out loud. So are the rest of the Murdens. Their mental static is filled with savage glee at seeing the human make a fool of herself. The Murden's voice comes through the woman's mouth. Do you speak to empty bags? To corpses? They answer me. Empty husks not speak. Those wanting answers want to speak to me. And now let's chat with him. Murden Chief. The larger size of this Murden and the grey down that covers his head gives him a more stately and menacing look than his compatriots. He hisses at the other Murdens, and the annoying mental static fades until only his own harsh static remains. The noise whines and scratches in your head. As the chief speaks, the human woman at his side translates in a dull monotone. Why you come here, human? You're kind to afraid. They see their fate. The girl gestures to herself, mimicking the movements of the Murden chief. Who is this woman who speaks her words? The woman stands impassively as the Murden buzz static through several irritating frequencies back and forth. At last the chief's mental buzz cuts through them all. This is not woman. She is empty. Woman is gone. Why you speak of it as human? This is machine. When it expires, we'll find new machine. We not speak human language. We buy slave. We fix slave's brain. Slave become machine. Machine speak human. Slave not need whole brain anymore. Excess brain was tasty. What about your people? What to say? We are Murdens. We hunt, we find, we take. Humans hate us. In world outside we flee from them. Here we rule. Here humans fear us. And static in the air is, them talking. That our thoughts, that how we speak. No need for clumsy words like you, stupid human. I'm not going to bother confronting him about the soldiers. Doesn't seem worth it, really. Okay, so let's actually let's see if there's anything else to talk to Scour the Faceless about. She returns. Tell me what you want me to do for you again. Restore my sight. Yeah, okay. Taste of travel on her scent should have met at least one such chirurgeon. So, yeah, we need to find someone to restore her sight. Maybe Callistige could help. Tiber won't. And we should see if we can actually get into the other area now. Because I did a little bit of research, and we're meant to be confronted by mercenaries here. So hopefully that actually happens so we can do stuff. Oh, you're kidding me, right?
We're not safe yet. Not by a long shot. I don't remember if I told you this, but I was born here. She
struggles to hide the fear that shivers through her frame. You can feel the tight control she maintains over her emotions, over her tides. Woke up in the process of being devoured. I suppose the bloom saw our sire's mind leave. It dropped me, newborn, and I got out. Fled up to Sacre's cliffs. That thrice damned sorrow almost snatched me then. Her voice drops almost indistinct. I left the city, stole and hurt people on the way out, but at least I got away. So, you know what happened with the cast-offs? The first, damn her. Let's be sure to kill her when we find her. Anyway, the bloom. After the trouble with Melmoth, I wound up here in the service of the man who became the Memavira, the old boss of this place. Listen to me. The bloom rewards cruelty and pain, and it will react to your action. So be careful. The current Ranmenera and I don't get on too well. Be aware there's a history, a bloody one. I can't promise I'll be civil around her. Alright, let's go. You said you and the Ranmenera had a history. She and I were chiggins for the old Ranmenera. Ran different games, different turts, but it was always a competition with her. See who could make more shins, see who could keep the peace better, who could embarrass the other. I always got the sense she had a secret, something she was keeping from the rest of us, but I never had proof. Not until the day she took power. She was quick, I'll give her that. Not a moment wasted. Thought she'd let the rest of us run. She didn't. When she sent the bounty hunters after me, I knew the game had changed. Used to be chickens that get a choice, swear fealty or leave, because, you know, blood is bad for business. Better to keep all our knowledge alive, right? I'd have sworn because I admired her efficiency, but she didn't give me the choice. Not any of them. I want to talk to you about what happened to Mielavest. Mielavest is gone, dead. Is that what you wanted to hear? Too many of our siblings with it. And now I'm thinking about how much I hated them, how much I wanted their approval. Is that what you wanted this whole time? Yes, yes it is. They're dead now, so you don't need to worry about their approval anymore. Of course I don't, but you know, would have been nice to get some validation from the people who seem to know what they were doing. Not that I really have any idea what I'm doing yet. Forget it. Getting maudlin. Let's keep moving. Let's talk about our sibs. Again, very well. Actually, let's talk about something else. How are you holding up? I'll stick with you. You're a different breed from the rest of us. You're making progress. Alright, let's move on. Seriously, the hell are we meant to do here? You're meant to, like, actually let us do something? Instead it just says unreachable? And in which case, what am I meant to do to deal with this? Like, I don't have a quest to do it. Find a more that leads to trading posts. Use navigational data. Find and recruit attractive people for decanted utopian society. And find a way to scour a site. And obviously we're meant to get in here. Right? So what can I do? I can't use any combat crisis thing. I can't do anything right now. I just
ready.
Really hope there's a way around this. Alright, so let's find Orth, and then between episodes I'm going to try and see what else I can do.
Is this one of your riddles? If so, your riddles hurt too.
So let's chat with Inkpot, see if there's anything left to talk about here. No, that's it.
Yes.
So nothing new on there. What about Eoxu? Can I talk with Eoxu and actually do things with Eoxu now? I have need of your wares. This stuff? Okay. Was there anything useful? No, like we sold a bunch of stuff. Heretic's Fork gives us, yeah, the ability to read thoughts, which we already had. The Cure. Yeah, no, none of these are useful. I thought there was something we should be able to do here.
Let's go.
Can we do anything with their notes? Nope. I really get the sense that I've not had things work correctly.
I'm going.
Alrighty, where can we go? Orth. We're looking for Orth. So Orth, I think, is down here. Because we got this frame. We've also got Marecasters. I just need to know why I can't get into the freaking Georgian slump.
It's a plan.
This pool, hey. This pool is filled with yellowish water that falls from above. The bloom flesh is wet with hand and footprints, suggesting this is a common place for bloom dwellers to wash and drink. The pool extends downward like a circular shaft as a well. It has a bottom. If it has a bottom, you can't see it here. In the depths of the pool, your sharp eyes catch sight of a long worm-like shape. It appears to be caught on the projection of bloom flesh and is wriggling helplessly about. So, if I get someone who's good at might checks to dive in, what can we get done? Wow, if Makina spends all her effort, she's got a tiny chance. So this is just a very difficult check. And yeah, so Eridus, you can do it. I believe in you. Yes! Yes, yes. Okay, you plunge into the murky fluid. As you dive deeper, you see the shaft opens into a much larger cavity. At the edge of the larger space, you reach the wriggling shape you saw from above, and struggle to unentangle it from a bony knot of bloom flesh. Finally, it slips free, and you swim for the surface, reaching the top just before you run out of air. In the light of the courtyard, you see that the wriggling object is some sort of bloated worm, its skin continually shifting from one material to another. Silvery metal, pliable to synth, to leathery scales, to other materials you can't identify. It seems to be drawn to your exposed flesh and would likely fasten itself to your arm or leg if you allowed it. So this basically gives us protection. Yeah. Alright, now we'll leave it alone. We'll give this to Makina, I guess. Sounds good. And then,
On my way.
Where the hell is Orth?
If you want a job done right.
Okay, Orth must be down south. Gotta get done what we can. And otherwise, I guess I'll cut things short.
Yes, now.
Because I can't get into the slump, which is really ticking me off, actually. I like how, the Moors still leave a mark, even if they stop working.
Of course.
Orth, Crimpa,
Try to tame your
Wanda,
enthusiasm, will you? We're not playing a game.
A game?
Delny.
No. I wasn't playing
So wait,
anything.
You were laughing to yourself.
Tell me,
You're supposed to be having fun here.
is Orth in the slump?
Aligern. If an adventure isn't fun.
What? Really? Like, is that it? Is he literally... There's a Neen Crystal. Yeah, I think Orth may be in the slump. The other option would be Orth is in here. So I guess I may... Yeah, it might be that I'm kind of stuck in terms of things that I can do. There's a speck. There's no one else there to talk to.
All right.
Okay. Slump it is. So let's check. If I look at people, Sheen, Artaglio, Mercenary, Ranad, Mercenary, Obovich, Demaray, Orth. Yep, definitely. And now I can walk in. Really? Okay, that's super weird, but whatever. You see a tall, nervous man pacing back and forth. His hair is a mess, his clothing stained with food and chemicals, his left eye is an engraved orb of metal, and you can hear it whirring from a distance. He casts fretful glances all around the space, as if waiting for someone or something.
Making a note.
Aligern, I heard you were in the bloom. I didn't dare come for you. I had a revelation about your tattoos as I was examining the frame. If I could just compare the windings of your tattoos with the circuitry of the frame, I could verify my hypothesis. Unfortunately, Murden stole the frame, and I have no idea where it is. Did you get my note? Orth, what in the name of the Black Three are you doing here? And why did you leave the Order of Truth? He reaches out and grabs Orth's lapels and grits. What note? I left you a note at the Order of Truth. I thought you'd surely go back there. Slow horror begins to dawn on his face. Did you stop using the tattoos? No, I've been working on empowering them, making them more effective, honing my control. He looks serious. Worries me. What could have set him off like this? Alright, that's my fault. I should have been more clear. Maybe it's nothing. I need the frame to be sure. But stop using them. Right now. Keep them close to you. Why did you tell him to stop using the tats? We have the frame off. Is it still functional? He passes the frame to his colleague. One quick glance is apparently all he needs. He yelps with delight, takes it from your hands, and strikes the joints of the collapsed frame. He studies it carefully. It doesn't appear that the Murdens have damaged it extensively. It seems to have that constant low hum of power. And yes, this will do nicely. Hands you a bag with an impressive amount of shins inside.
I need to talk to you.
He grabs Aligern's forearm. Pull one of these halfway out, Ali. He keeps his other eye trained on the frame. As Aligern lifts a tattoo, hissing and buzzing from his skin, Ort leans forward, licking his lips. Yes. He grabs Aligern and kisses his friend full on the mouth. My friend, I forbid you from using your tattoos anymore, unless... He pauses, clearly building for dramatic effect. Unless you enjoy throwing your family and friends. He beams. His mouth hangs slightly open, and there's a sunken look to his eyes. My family? I thought this might be happy news for you, Aligern. Do you understand what I'm saying? What are you saying? I'm saying that all this time, Aligern, you've been carrying around your family and friends. They've been transmuted into energy and transplanted onto your forearms. Those creatures you saw, nothing more than a visual representation of the deconstruction process. Your family wasn't devoured, Aligern. They're alive! Have you been saying I've been using my family and friends as weapons? I've been stealing their power to defend myself. Have I damaged them? He grabs Fong's arms and laughs. How do I restore them to humanity? How many times have I used them? Why did I never count? Never think? Well, yes, you have been using them like that, which is why I suggested you take special care with them. They might not have suffered any ill effects. I can't say for sure. All you have to do is reactivate the frame and they'll be restored to you. We can evaluate their progress then. He snatches the frame from Ort and snaps it to its full expanse. He runs his fingers along the sides, his agitation increasing by the moment. Why is this not working, Ort? Why is this not working? Perhaps it requires a special activation sequence, Aligern. Is that true, Ort? Could that be it? Perhaps, yes. If the device functions as a matter decoherence and imprinting transfer, it would necessarily require a passcode of some sort to unlock it. It wouldn't do for the ancient users. It wouldn't do the ancient users any good if they accidentally recorporalized their passengers, would it? It would require an act of intentionality. So do you happen to know any extremely powerful psychics? Someone stronger than a mere mind reader? One might know how to unlock this code from your mind, but I'm no student of the psionic arts, my friend. I've done for you what I can, and frankly, my efforts have been sufficient. I might know just a person. She's back in Sega's Cliffs. Once we're out of the bloom and I'm done with this cast-off business, I'll find her. I'm forever in your debt. You've been sufficient, more than sufficient. You've been heroic. I will. Stronger than a mind reader, eh? Gods, I hope she's still living there. Fong waves an embarrassed hand. You gave me a puzzle, Aligern, and it was a delight. So if you could explain to Min just how helpful I've been and tell him how I unlocked the secrets none of them could, that would go a long way towards clearing this debt you mentioned. He fakes a cough as if unused to displaying emotion. Well, my work's finished. I really must return to my position in the order. Farewell.
My journal.
Okay. Nice. So, yeah, we got Aligern's quest done. Sweet. Let's chat with Ali. Yeah, I'm really glad we actually finally got in here so we can, do stuff. Even though I'm pretty sure they're meant to do something here.
For your help with the frame, with the tattoos, with my family. I know I haven't been the easiest companion.
It's okay, barely noticed you were here.
I hope now you know why I behaved as I did.
For the first time, the pain in Aligern's eyes is gone. The tight lines that surround his mouth have loosened, and something that looks almost like hope struggles to creep into his expression. I just wish we'd known sooner. I'd have stopped using the tattoos. If my family and my friends are damaged, he swallows. I guess we'll see what happens. So, can we talk about you again? Okay. How did you come to travel with Callistige? One year of truth failed me. I sought other help. Callistige is known for finding things, so despite her reputation for being unreliable, I approached her, and she accepted provided I help her find a way to achieve her transcendence. She seemed so kind at first, but when it became clear neither of us could help the other, she became cruel and spiteful. Don't know why I stayed after that, or why she stayed with me. Habit, I suppose. And your relationship with her. Brief spark that took an eternity, fade to nothing. Wow. I'm not going to do that. Other questions? I think, like, how are you holding up? Fine, appreciate you asking. Think it's best we part. And yeah, won't be staying here. I've got a way of contacting you, don't you worry. I'm gonna grab the last companion that we don't have a side quest for. You know, the arrogant nano lady with a myriad sisters. Hey, Kelly, get over here.
We approve.
Okay. Sweet. So, firstly, quick question. Right. So, we could get through because we had a destination.
In this world, then.
And now this is unreachable. This is so dumb. On so many levels. So I can get through as long as I'm talking to someone. And then once I'm through, it's fine. Well. Not been a great day for things working sensibly. When she turns, you realize that the thing you'd mistaken for a bundle of sticks and twines is a woman, an impossibly thin woman. She really, from a distance, looks like a woman to me. Her face all angles and lines, her arms summer twigs. Her clothes drape across her like sailcloth, and though her face is young, her eyes are old, old, old. Her hands are pitted and scarred from alchemical processes, and the apparatus for which stands in dizzying profusion behind her. She does not meet your gaze as she greets you, but her eyes rove across your body, watching and weighing. Traveller, the shop of Sheen lies open before you, essences distilled, draughts for quaffing, experiences delivered a mouthful at a time. The voice is flat, though an undercurrent in her voice sings as a register you cannot hear. What did you mean when you said essences distilled and experiences delivered? That which we eat, which we drink, this is not the only nourishment in our lives. Without joy, without peace, without happiness or courage, existence itself becomes empty. These states I recreate, and dull lives restore aught of glory. She looks proud for a moment. Clients come to me from across the Protectorate. They wish to open themselves to new sensations, though perhaps unpleasant. Why? I ask not. Unpleasant horizons into the depths of human experience. Some seek solace in pain or domination or unusual abilities. Were the traveller to present a gift of unique experience or transfusion of energy to Sheen, arrangements might be made. This traveller, though scarred as she is, may have an interesting perspective. I have many unique experiences. I can provide the feeling of overwhelming another's mind with a wave of psychic energy. Sheen has heard of such. Dominators and manipulators. Sheen offers essences in trade for those energies. Your offering lowers my prices. Does the traveller accept? I do. Then step in with me. She reaches out for you as she activates her apparatus. Her hand makes contact with you. A rainbow aura settles across both of you, and you feel a connection to her mind. Fleeting images of a grand palace arcing over a river, a mad flight over polluted swamplands, and great aerial predators that swoop onto unwary travellers in a grassland that seems to have no end. You feel a familiar swirl of tidal energies begin deep within you. As the machine continues to whir, you feel her insistent thoughts pushing at your mind. The tides curl around her. The shell of her mind compresses, and her body becomes a puppet to your will, dancing to your invisible strings. Her grasp on your arm tightens as she writhes and screams, but she lets it go on and on. Finally, with a shriek, she releases her grip on your arm and fumbles for a beaker. Semi-solid, bloody tears spill from her eyes, great gouts of rich, putrid, scabrous tissue. She retrieves them with her bottle, scraping the lid of the bottle up her cheeks to ensure she captures the essence completely. The apparatus winds down, and the rainbow glow fades. Sheen meets your eyes for a long moment. Let us never do that again. Browse the wares, the cost negligible. Okay, let's see what you... Tell me about yourself, and then I'll see what you got for sale. From the Clock of Kali I hail, superiority made flesh. The city of Sada Emidu, the house above the Indigal, saw my birthright to explore, to delve, to understand. Yet the Zealiter in his wisdom, with his implants, told my family that my research has endangered me, reduced me from an augur to a mere human. Voice has risen to a shout, and she collects herself. The Indigo, clear and fresh as a morning jewel. Rather than suffer legal exile, to this place I came. The bloom sought a piece of my mind, and so I took a piece of its. And from that connection comes the ability to draw essences. Clients seek me now, seek my knowledge. Care not whether my modifications endanger me. Bliss. The angry cast of her eyes suggests his memories are anything but. She turns and spits into a bottle near a strange apparatus. Would trade it all for one more glimpse of the river city? The bloom, my suffering. Let me see what you got for sale. Alrighty, these are things I can sell. What does she have? She has the element of quickness, which gives us a speed edge until next sleep. The essence of Elder Unagran, which gives us a fairly nice buff for a fight. The essence of the Severed Tongue, which makes it easier to lie to people. I mean, that seems useful, but we're also very good at that. Choose a law skill, permanent the essence of knowledge. Yeah, I want that, so I'll take that, sure.
These ciphers are
1,000 years of rest. +1 intellect edge, active for 3 sleeps. Okay, not bad. Okay, increases the impure essence, which would increase our intellect stat pool by 2 and decrease the other 2 pools by 1. So that seems like a permanent change, but not one I really want at this point. Essence of bravery, and Sarek's essence confers controlled, which basically allows us to control one enemy for 6 rounds, which could be quite useful in a fight. Alrighty, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy that first one and use it, and then we'll come back to it later. Everything else later. Okay.
Like being part of a circus.
So, first, consumes action. Use item. I really should have looked at what I've got. I'm going to get Law Natural.
Exactly the kind of people I'm
So.
trying to avoid.
Because I didn't really have much of that. We mostly got Law Machinery. Now we've got more Law Natural as well. Excellent. And next time round, we will explore this area more. Until then, have a great day. Bye.